All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wimbledon and day number whatever. And we're in the quarterfinals, day number 2 of the quarterfinals. And we're starting with the ladies because the ladies have to play tomorrow. So they are on first on this court and on on center court as well. So we've got a couple of matches at the same time, double headers. We talked about this last year, the year before, and every other year, but Wimbledon just do this really annoying thing where they put all the matches on over 2 courts on the quarterfinals. Only tournament to do it. No other tournament does it like this, but it is what it is. They decided to do this. But we'll get through. It'll be a bit of a hectic day, but we'll get through it, and then it gets easy. Every match after today is individually shown on center court. We don't have to focus on 2 things at once. But how are we doing, chat? Have we recovered from the Djokovic epic, which was crazy, just a crazy time. At least he gets 2 days off. We get 0 days off. We'll have another 5-set epic today. Yeah, I wonder which match will be 5 sets, because out of the 2 matches, I don't know. Is the match between Ferry Caboli more likely to be 5, or the match between Fritz and Zverev feels like that's gonna be 5. I mean, they both could be 5, right? They both could go 5, I guess. Nole match was insane. Yeah. It never felt like he was going to lose, but the fact that he had to play that sort of a match is kind of crazy. But let's see if see what happens. All the best matches this year have involved Djokovic. Yeah, I mean, yeah. At this point, I'm thinking it's going to be a Noskova Gauff final. Yeah, maybe. That is possible, quite possible. That would be a fun final. Oh, man. No, it's so impressive in so many ways. Yeah. Cruz Hewitt is winning the third round. Love that. Love that. Nobody on the bingo card. Yeah, I saw that. Nole is more motivated now to play for his kids. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know if he's more motivated, but he's probably still motivated. I still haven't forgotten about the Roland Garros 2025 final. I still nod my head due to the greatness to this. Yeah, that match is still the best match of recent times. Up there with 23 Wimbledon. Ladies' matches have been awesome this year. So many surprises. Yeah. I think Felix is now playing tennis I thought he was capable of. Yeah, I mean, again, but it was one of those missed opportunities, kind of like Rafa 2000, Rafa at the French, right? It's like, man. FA wins those matches, and God, he's looking a lot better. Like, that's going to be one of those, like, I almost beat Djokovic moments when, he could have easily had 2 Grand Slam wins over GOATs, right? So it's like, it's great that he was able to compete against Djokovic, but I mean, like, against Rafa, like back then, Rafa, you could be like, okay, yeah, he lost to Rafa, who was still at the peak of his powers, but like, there was a chance for FAA there. Like, that was a missed chance last night for FAA. He should have won that. Talk about this match, mate. Who you calling mate, buddy? I'll talk about what we want to talk about whenever. Did Osaka relax after beating Sabalenka? No, Mukova played really well. Mukova played super well. Once Djokovic got to the tiebreak, he wasn't letting Felix back in yet. Yeah, FA had to win the. He had to win. He had to win before that, didn't he? He had to beat FAA. FA had to beat him before the breaker. All right. It's Noskova in straight sets, you reckon? Maybe. Noskova should be the favorite, and she is a slight favorite in this one. If Ferry beats Cavalli, that'd be crazy. Yeah. Part of me does miss the advantage final set for last night's match, because fifth set tiebreak's great. But I mean, how much more dramatic would it have been if it was, let's say, like, because the curfew was looming, how much more dramatic would it be if it was like 7-all and the curfew hit and then they had to come back today? Like, it kind of like, I feel like the tiebreak kind of robs us of those kind of even crazier moments. Like, it would have been way more fun to have that, like, the advantage set that we don't get anymore because they've nerfed the fifth set with a tiebreak. To have it like 7-all last night and then the curfew hits and they got to come back today and have a shootout like 7-all, and that would have been really fun. But I guess that's why the tiebreak's there, so they don't do those things. So those things don't become a thing. But that would have been insane. It would have been even crazier than last night's match. I kind of wish they did, look, 10-point do a 10-point tiebreak at like 9-all. At least give us the advantage set for a little bit. Give us a little bit of like an 8-6 or a chance to go like, 9-7. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I miss those final sets. Like, still have the match tiebreak at like 10-all. Have the match tiebreak at 10-all. 10-point tiebreak at 10-all. Just give us an opportunity to play those like extended fifth sets a little bit and third sets. Instead of being like, 6-all, we're ending it now. You're like, So many of the greatest matches of history have got those like 13-11 final sets, right? Or those 9-7 final sets. And you're like, that's... And it's kind of like a callback to the original match before the tiebreak was invented. Because back in like, if you go look at like the Australian Open in like, or even like any tournament back in like 1965, every set was like 8-6, 9-7. Like, they didn't have tie breaks back in those days. But oh well. We have this, and this is what we have. I don't think they'll go back to the other way now. They won't go back. Anyways, who you got winning this one? I'm going Noskova in. I'm going to go 3, but I don't know. I just reckon that I reckon Mertens might put on a bit of a fight, but at the end of the day, it's going to be it's got to be Mertens. It's got to be Noskova for me. Oh, pardon me. All right. There's a backhand return in the net by Mertens. It's 15-love. And we do have the other quarterfinal for the ladies coming up as well. So we'll do a double header for that. Once Paolini and Kostruk enter the court. Is it a fault from Noskova? Second serve. As the return goes nowhere. 15-all. 15 all. As a default, second serve. Serving to the back end of Mertens. There's a point in the net by Noskova. Okay. Nervous start. 15-30. As we're back into backhand rally, Mertens hits a wide 30 all. As Noskova serves again. Noskova full power, advance to the semis. Remember, Mertens took out Raducanu, which is how she got here. All right, second serve. Into the back end of Mertens, back end from Noskova in the nets. It's breakpoint Mertens ready, 30-40. Mertens really helped Sabalenka in the rankings department. Yeah. Because if Raducanu was still here, we'd be talking about if Raducanu can get to number 1. So, yeah, Mertens definitely helped Sabalenka there. And you wonder if maybe, I'm not saying that Sabalenka didn't try, but I wonder if Sabalenka coming into this tournament knowing that, if she had, lost early, that Raducanu was still in the draw, could have lost the world number 1. I wonder if, Raducanu losing kind of took the pressure off that side of things, so one less thing to worry about. Not saying that's the reason why she lost to Osaka, but it's got to be a little bit of a factor of oh, yes, okay, I don't have to, she's gone, I'm still number 1, confirmed, I don't have to worry about that. And then she lost. And you go, I wonder if, maybe a little bit of a contributing factor. Just having a bit of a relief of oh, okay, I don't have to win. You know what I mean? Not saying that's the reason, but part of the, maybe a little fact, a bit of a reason. As that goes out by Noskova and it's deuce. Because how many times do we see that when somebody, we've seen it with players that qualify for the final, ATP WTA finals, where they win the match they have to win and then they lose the next match. And you're like, oh, that was weird. Why'd you just, Or they wrap up the world number 1 and then they lose the next match. And you're like, that's weird. Because, they did what they would, what they wanted was achieved. So the next match doesn't matter. All right, deuce. As the return goes to the net by Mertens. You never said a word about Monica Seles. How cruel was her career? Okay. What do you want? She's not just, what do you want? Advantage Noskova. You want attention, do you? Well, there you go. There's your attention. Moving on. Advantage Osaka. Advantage Noskova, sorry. They've got the similar letters in their name. Advantage Noskova. As a default second serve. As the backhand return goes to the net by Mertens, and it's 1-love Noskova in this first set. Noskova, I am with you all the way. Just a little more aggression, okay? Do you expect the slams to make similar changes to doubles as the ATP? No. I don't think the slams will be changing doubles. Because they didn't change the scoring format, so I don't think they're going to change the the overall format. Now, one love Noskova. Let's see how Mertens serves. Mertens is underrated. I agree. Mertens is definitely underrated. Mertens is definitely underrated. She just kind of floats between 15 and 30 in the world, but she's been there for a while. But she has got a big game, so 15 love. 15 love. As the return goes out, 30 love. Mertens is always there and looming. Yeah, she seems to, she does always get to third, fourth rounds, right? This is a breakthrough for her. A little bit of a breakthrough. She has been in the quarters before, but by the way, were any New Yorkers in the house? Did that building collapse? Because I saw so many things. I was like, that is terrifying. That is terrifying. That building that was converted into an apartment, or converted to apartments, was buckling. I'm like, oh, yuck. So sketchy. 40 love. What's the situation? Where are the New Yorkers at? God, it's been very eventful in New York. People are scaling buildings. Construction's going wrong. It's insane. So much is happening. World Cup. 40-15. I'll sound nonchalant, but they're figuring it out. Okay, so it's. Is it all still blocked off and stuff? Because I saw that. I was like, when I saw a video of the guy, the builders that were inside, and I'm like, get out of there! What are you doing? The columns were snapped in half. I'm like, get out of the building! What are you doing? It's video. I'm going, oh, this is weird. Leave. Get the hell out of there. That's insane. 40-30. As Mertens serves. Into the forehand of Noskova. Return goes forehand of Mertens. Noskova backhand. Into the Mertens forehand. Cross court the forehand of Noskova. Mertens backhand again. Into the backhand of Noskova. Mertens forehand again to the backhand of Noskova. But it's out by Mertens. We get to deuce. You must be appalled as an architect. No, I'm more just concerned. I wasn't. I was like, that is scary. That is scary. All right, deuce. As we serve again from Mertens. With the forehand of Noskova. Return the forehand of Mertens. Noskova backhand. Into the forehand of Mertens. There's Noskova with a backhand up the line. Goes wide, and it's advantage Mertens. Advantage Mertens. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Is into the slice of Noskova, and then Mertens puts away the backhand up the line, and it's 1-1. 1-1. Back to Noskova. Shubham.
Really excited for the Sinner Djokovic semis. I reckon the winner of that one wins Wimbledon.
Yeah, I think that the winner of that match wins, is going to win Wimbledon for sure. Thank you for the donation. I just hope it's not like last year's Wimbledon semi where Djokovic got crushed. I just hope it's competitive, 30 love. Noskova serves again. All right, 40-15. As we get a return. Goes out by Mertens. It's 2-1 Noskova. All right. It's going to be competitive. Joker wants another slam win. Yeah, well, I want to, I want things too, but just because you want them doesn't mean you always get them. Obviously, he's going to try. We know that. I just hope it's not straightforward. That's all I hope. I don't care who wins, as long as it's competitive. Is all I want. If it's one set all after 2 sets, I'm happy. If it's a tie break after a set, I'm happy. As long as it's enjoyable to watch and it's not just oh, and this guy won easily. Okay. You know what I mean? It'd be disappointing if it was just a straightforward win for either. I mean, if Djokovic won straightforward, that'd kind of be really impressive, but I don't know. It'd be kind of disappointing if it wasn't at least 4 sets. I mean, look, Djokovic took Alcaraz to 4 and he beat Sinner in 5 at the Australian Open. So, there's definitely more optimism around the score, what the score could be. It'd just be different if it would just be annoying if it'd be disappointing if it wasn't lived up to any of the hype, right? And it was 4, and 2. Oh, okay. Kind of like Wimbledon 24 final when we all thought it was going to be a rematch of we thought it was going to be the epic, the sequel to the epic, and it ended up being a bit of a flop, All right, 30 love. As with a 4-4 rally, Mertens into the forehand of Noskova. Noskova hits a winner, 30-15. Do you think Nole will retire if he wins it here? I think he'll consider it. I don't think he'll retire on the spot. But I think he'll consider. He'll probably think about it. I don't think he'll retire though on the spot. I've always look. Djokovic deserves to be celebrated over a year of a farewell, right? He needs and look, I don't know Djokovic personally, but from what I reckon he would want a farewell tour. He would want to be celebrated and also to say goodbye to every tournament. So, no, I actually don't think he will retire if he wins. I don't think he will retire if he wins. Because I don't think he wants to just not go back to the Australian Open one more time and not go back to the US one more time. I don't think he'll retire on the spot. Remember, Sampras didn't retire on the spot. He won the US Open and then didn't play again, but he didn't retire the day he won the US Open in 2002. Barty's the only one who retired. But even then, she retired, 2 weeks later? 3 weeks later? So she didn't even retire on the spot. So I would say no. And also, there's something else you got to remember is there's probably and I don't think this would be a major factor, but also something to consider. Every single superstar player of any sport is going to record and document their final year, right? We've seen how many Netflix documentaries are there of the final season, right? The Last Dance, blah, 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 right? Everyone's doing it. So you don't think that there's a big chunk of change for Novak Djokovic to document his final year? Of course there is. They'd all be bidding for it, right? So for him to just be like, yeah, I'm done, would be a missed opportunity for that stuff, right? Even though I don't like those, I'm not a massive fan of the final season. I'd rather celebrate someone's career than just be like, oh, let's watch them finally play at 45 and end. No. But you think that's also got to be a part of it, right? There's an opportunity there to document his final year. So for him to retire after Wimbledon would be missing that opportunity, right? Plus, he's already just done a documentary anyway. As Noskova back and goes wide, deuce. So, yeah, I the more I think now, the less I think he's going to retire if he wins Wimbledon. As much as people will be like, finish on top, yay, do the thing that nobody can do. Okay. But also, if he beats Sinner and then wins Wimbledon, then he's beaten Sinner twice at slams. Why wouldn't he keep going on? Because he can beat Sinner now, and that wasn't something that he could do 2 years ago or a year ago. So, it's an off day for the soccer today. Is it? I thought they were playing today. Are they not playing today? Oh, they're playing on the 10th. Okay. Well, that's good. I can actually sleep. All right, deuce. But yeah, you know what I mean? There's just too much. There's just too many opportunities for him to keep playing if he wins Wimbledon. And again, I think the farewell tour side of things, I think he wants to go to every place that he's played and be celebrated like Rafa was, right? Rafa went, I'm retiring at the end of the year. And he went to all the major tournaments that he was able to. And then he played those tournaments and was given a king's farewell. I think Djokovic wants that and deserves that, right? Djokovic deserves that. The fans deserve to see him one last time, right? Imagine if he retired and then Roland Garros were like, oh, so you just don't want to come back to us, do you? Oh, Australian Open. Oh, you don't want to be back here. Everybody wants to see Novak one more time, right? So he's going to announce it at the start of a season or at the end of a season, right? And then, and with the Olympics 2 years away, there's just so many, there's just so many reasons why he wouldn't retire if he won Wimbledon. So now I'm even more convinced that no, he won't retire if he wins Wimbledon. He'll just add it to his trophy cabinet and he will, confirm more so that he's the greatest to ever do it. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. All right, we've got Paolini taking on Kostruk as well. Has Mertens good serve? Advantage Mertens. There's a bit of serve again. And the return goes in the forehand of Mertens. Back, forehand now from Noskova. As Mertens gets it back. And then drop shot from Noskova. Mertens slicing the net. It'll be back to deuce. Back to deuce. As we default second serve. As Mertens gets to advantage. All right. And she levels 2-2. All right. What's going on? Welcome. We've got double head up. And it makes sense because both these players are going to play each other tomorrow, the winners of these matches. Noskova and Mertens have just started 2-0. And we've got Kostyuk versus Paolini as well. Of course, Paolini took out Eala. Kostyuk's been on a massive run this season. Noskova just beat Keys and is one of the favorites to win the tournament now. And Mertens took out Raducanu to get here. So all these ladies, it's at the bottom half of the draw, definitely a little less familiar. You know, we've got no Svitolina, no Raducanu, Swiatek, or Anisimova. They all lost. Even Keys, right? You can chuck her in there. So a little more unfamiliar down the bottom half of the draw when it comes to slam success. But Noskova's been very dangerous at times. Mertens is a bit of a veteran at this stage. She's been around for a while. Obviously, Paolini's been to a Wimbledon final, so she's the most accomplished down the bottom half of the draw. And then Kostyuk has had a great season, just made the French Open semis. So not the most random bottom half of the draw. All the seeded, all have been playing well, you know, at times. So it is an interesting lineup, though, and it is going to be a new champion at Wimbledon this year for the 10th time in a row or whatever. Some random stat like that, but yeah. But let's see how Paolini and Kostyuk go at it. And let's... Paolini's got the 2-1 record over Kostyuk as well, so... 15-0, Noskova serves. Into the forehand of Mertens. Mertens in the net, 30-15. Uh, 40-15. Sort of serve into the net from Noskova. Second serve. It would kind of be fun to see Noskova versus Kostyuk in the semis together, because both of those ladies have been sort of hovering around top 20, right? They're between 10 and 20 in the world the last, probably 6 months. So it would be fun to see them, battle it out for a first final. As that goes down the line for a slice winner from Noskova. Beautiful shot. It does feel like those two... Who else is in the top who hasn't made a Grand Slam final yet? Because those two would be next in line to make a final of a slam. Obviously, Svitolina and Boko are still yet to make a slam final, but everybody else in the top 10 has. So and then Noskova and Kostyuk are right next to each other in the rankings as well. So it might be a battle for who gets to be in top 10. No, actually, no. If they both win, They knock out on Boko, but they will be, they will actually, if they play each other in the semis, winner gets to be top 10 as well. Noskova's been top 10 before, but so there's a little bit more on the line there as well. By the way, Noskova's only 21. She's been around because she beat Swiatek 3 years ago at the Australian Open, and that was when she kind of like exploded onto the scene. That was at 18. She's only 21. Like, Kostyuk's 24. She's been around a lot longer. But they've both had sort of a breakout over the last, 6 to 12 months, which makes them feel both sort of, feels like Noskova's been around longer than Kostyuk a little bit, but that is not the case. If Noskova does get to the top 10, she'll be the second youngest player in the top 10 behind, just in front of Andreeva, which is interesting. Anyways, 3-2. Let's see how Kostyuk and Paolini can go. Paolini, by the way, her ranking, which we haven't talked about much, she's currently 15 in the world. If she does win today, she will go into the number 14 spot over Bencic. So Paolini is slowly starting to make her way back up the rankings after losing all those points over the last sort of 6 months. Well, she's back up to number 15. Mertens is currently number 24 in the world. If she does win this match, she will go into the number 21 spot. And like I said, Noskova, if she wins this match, she'll be number 11, unless Kostyuk wins, who will then overtake her again. So they're sort of going back and forth. All right, 30 love. Oh, me. As we serve. And the back end now of Noskova is Linda.
Celebrating successful entrance after exams to start my major research dissertation later this year. Late nights to morning with the entrance exam prep, some of which were with your stream paid off.
Hey, good luck with that, Linda. Thank you for the donation. That sounds scary and fun at the same time. Good luck. Are these rankings you're talking about, the live rankings? Yeah, live rankings. 40 love. As Mertens serves again. With the 4 Noskova, great return winner. 40-15. $40-15. Now, here we go. Kostyuk and Paolini ready to go. And it's going to be Paolini to serve. And she wins the first point, 15 love. All right, 40-15 as we get a lovely winner by Noskova, 3-all. Do you ever get out and see Geelong Venom play? Nope. Never see Geelong Venom play. What are that? Is that a soccer team or what's that? What's Geelong Venom? 30 love, Paolini. There's a return goes in from Kostyuk. Paolini goes up the line. Hits a beautiful forehand. 40 love. As Noskova hits an error. And it's love 15. What's Eala's ranking? Eala's ranking is 28 in the world, which is a career high. As we return, Into the backhand of Paolini. Kostyuk forehand. As Paolini forehand goes long, 40-15. (40-15). As Noskova serving at 15-0. She serves a let. I agree, Deb. I agree. All right, first game goes to Paolini. It's always the ones that ask, like, what do you mean? Are the ones that feel targeted, I think. Didn't even name names. They know who they are, clearly. All right, 30-15. Serving to the forehand of Mertens. Mertens in the net. And it's 40-15. Do they have these matches on at the same time? Yeah, it's just a Wimbledon thing. I guess the reasoning is... and I can understand in this case with these two ladies' matches because it would be a little unfair if the player who played second on center court, let's say both these matches were on center court, and that match went for long, they've both got to play tomorrow, ready? Remember? So, like, I guess this kind of like, it's kind of like the World Cup, right? When they have the matches for the final group stage match at the same time. So there's no like, so that it's all equal and fair because they're at the same time. I can understand why they put these matches on at the same time for that reason. But for the men to be on at the same time as well, there's no reason for that. I think that's just because it's just better for them to do. If I was going to reschedule this, I would say what you do is you put two men's matches and a women's match on today on center court, and the other women's match goes on now. And then yesterday we should have had the two ladies matches on and then the men's match after. Like two, I know we wouldn't have gotten done in time, but start earlier then, right? But this is just how Wimbledon do it. They just decide to put like two over there, two over here, and make us, buy two televisions. 15-0. Used to be it's a women's basketball team. I have no idea. I am not familiar with Australian women's basketball leagues. I'm not up to date with all that knowledge. 15-0 Kostyuk. All right, return goes into the forehand of Kostyuk, but Paolini hit it long. By the way, chat, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, is the Australian Open almost the perfect slam? Because I think what's the faults besides time zones, and you can't help that, right? Like you can't help the fact that it's in Australia. That's just maybe that's its biggest problem. But because like Wimbledon have this thing going on, right, where no other slams have all the quarterfinals happening simultaneously, right? They're all spread out, which is nice. The US Open don't do a draw ceremony, which is an absolute nightmare. The French Open have late night sessions, and also, you can chuck in if you think, the men getting the night session instead of the ladies is a problem. That's been an issue, right, for some. The Australian Open, besides it being on during the nighttime for Europeans and Americans, which is just unlucky, other than that, what does the Australian Open... I mean, going to the Australian Open is not, it's more of a festival than a tennis event, but that's a different thing. But when it comes to watching it on TV and stuff, is there anything wrong with it besides it being in an awkward time zone, which can't be helped? All the other things can be helped. You can do a draw ceremony at the US Open. You can move the night session earlier for the French. You can try and avoid doing this scheduled clash. Australian Open, you can't change time zones unless you move it to another country. But like, what is there anything that the Australian Open doesn't do that isn't, like, I don't know. doesn't feel like it has any. I mean, besides the heat, but again, that's the weather. What are you going to do? I don't know. I feel like I don't have anything. There's nothing to pick at the Australian Open about. It's not like, oh, I wish they didn't do this, or wish they did this, and I feel like it's kind of pretty. Sunday starts, but that's, every slam's doing that, and they're annoying for everybody. I don't know. Anyway, it's 40 love. As Noskova, tries to go up the line, but she missed it. That would have been crazy. 30-0. I don't know. Is there anything about the Australian Open that bugs you? Besides the time zones? I don't know. I don't feel like it does anything. I feel like it's a pretty near perfect fan experience. All right, 30-0 as Mertens serves. As the return goes in the front of Mertens, up the line of the backhand of Noskova, sliced into the backhand of Mertens as Noskova backhand into the front of Mertens. Again, the back of Noskova, Mertens backhand. Nope, Noskova hit it long. Mertens gets to 40-30. On both courts. As Paolini tries to get back in front, shoots a slice forehand into the forehand of Kostruk. That's a great shot. Up goes a lob by Paolini. But then Kostruk forehand again, and Paolini can't get that slice, and we get the deuce. There's a bit of forehand now from Mertens, and then Noskova hits it deep into the forehand of Mertens. Now Noskova with a moon ball, and Mertens sprays it long. And we get the deuce. We get to deuce. Deuce on advantage, on the Paolini court to stay in front. Advantage Paolini. Nice serve from Mertens to Noskova as they go back into the net from Noskova, and it's advantage Mertens. Has Paolini with a forehand up the line. Kostruk backhand goes long. All right, Paolini 2-1. Stays in front. Advantage Mertens to level this first set. There's a forehand up the line. Winner from Noskova, and we're back to deuce. I'm not going to mention. So wait, hang on. So we say this every year because I'm just not really. I just don't understand how royal works. But Camilla's the step queen. Is she in the queen-in-law, the queen adjacent? She's not the queen, but she's the queen. She's the king's wife. I guess she's the queen, kind of. Is she the? What do we call? What's her name? I know her name's Camilla, but what do we call her? What's the official? What is her official? It's not the step queen. It's the. That sounds like a Disney villain. She's not. She seems like a lovely person. I've never met her. Consort. Yeah, the queen consort. That's it. There we go. I knew it. She had some name. The consort. Yeah. I don't know what's consort mean. I don't even know what that means. All right, advantage Noskova. She tries to break. So she's there, is she? As we serve now the backhand of Noskova, forehand of Mertens. The back of Noskova is Mertens' backhand. Up the line. Noskova forehand cross court. Mertens gets back. Noskova forehand again as Mertens slice in the net. And there's the break for Noskova. All right. Means you're not a monarch. Yeah, I'm just not, like, into the royals. Like, I just don't pay attention. Consort means associated with or connected to. Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. Okay. That's what I thought it meant. All right. 30 love Kostyuk as Noskova serves for the set. Guys, I'm a princess. Well, give us some money. Donate some money. Prove it. $1 million. Donate it. Prove you're a princess. I don't believe you. Donate. Proof would pay us some money. All right, 15 love. As with a forehand winner from Noskova, 30 love. $30 love. As with a serve again. As Noskova serves a fault, second serve. As the return goes in the net from Mertens, 40 love. 40 love. 3 set points for Noskova to take the first set here. Serving to the front of Mertens. Return goes back to Noskova. Mertens slice as Noskova comes in and hits a drop shot. Mertens passing shot. Noskova volleys it a winner. First set in the bag for Linda Noskova. 6-3. She is 1 set away from a semi-final of a Grand Slam. As we had a lovely drive volley from Paolini. 15 love. Remember, we've got Fritz versus Zverev straight after Noskova versus Mertens. So, stick around for that. That's going to be fun. Fritz versus Zverev is probably match of the day for me. As we're going to find out from Paolini. That's a winner. Beautiful shot. 30 love. 11 winners, 11 errors from Noskova. Only faced the 1 break point. Won 83% of first serve points. I mean, Noskova's got she's top 3 servers in the world, if not the second behind Raducanu when it comes to best servers on the WTA. She's got to be up there. All right, 30 love. As the return goes into the forehand of Paolini, forehand from Kostyuk. Into the back of Paolini. There's Kostyuk forehand to the forehand of Paolini. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Paolini backhand on the stretch. Kostyuk. Another backhand to backhand rally up the line now from Paolini to the forehand of Kostyuk as Paolini forehand goes wide. And it's 30-15. Australia is part of the Commonwealth. That it is. All right, 30-15. Serve again. Here's a fault, second serve. As the backhand slice goes into the forehand of Kostyuk, and then Paolini comes out with a half volley. What a pickup, and then wins a point. What a rally from Paolini. Great half volley pickup, 40-15. As Paolini serves. Into the backhand of Kostyuk. Forehand from Paolini into the back of the slice of Kostyuk. Into the slice of Paolini. Paolini in the net. 40-30. All right, 40-30. As that goes to the net by Paolini, we get to deuce. The winner of these matches play each other? Yep, they sure do. They play tomorrow as well, so they don't get a day off. It's just the way the schedule works. Is Australia going to host the World Cup? Probably not. Not for a long, long time. All right. Love 15. Noskova trying to get an early break here. All right, back to deuce. Paolini in trouble for the first time today. With a serve. Into the back into Kostyuk. Forehand now from Paolini. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Kostyuk goes up the line for a winner. Advantage Kostyuk to get the break. All right, Kostyuk with a return winner. She gets the break. And it's 3-2. Hey, it is. Camilla is there. The Queen of England. The Queen Consort of England. All right. Kostyuk breaks 3-2. Does she count as royal family? She does, doesn't she? So at least we can tick that off the bingo card. Royal family, that counts, right? I said it has to be one of the main ones, not like a distant relative, and she's literally married to the king. So that counts as royal family. 15-40. Noskova. Just sucks that nobody else is there that we have on our list. There's cricketers, but they're not Ben Stokes. Formula One drivers, but they're not George Russell. 15-40 has been a four now from Mertens in the back of Noskova. Noskova hits it wide, 30-40. All right. $30-40. As Mertens serves a fault, second serve. As we get a backhand rally. Another backhand from Noskova into the backhand of Mertens. Forehand from Noskova. Into the forehand of Mertens. Lob goes up. In comes Noskova with a drive volley, and it's wide. Deuce. All right, deuce. By the way, Michael Jackson fans have taken over the chat because somebody asked a silly question about Billie Jean King. Billie Jean is not the same person as the song, all right? I mean, look, I don't think I need to spell it out. You're all adults. You understand how you understand. I don't think I need to explain why Billie Jean King and Michael Jackson. It's not about her. I don't think I need to explain that, do I? Do I need to explain that? Chat, do I need to explain that? Like you don't understand? I don't think I need to explain it. It's 40 Love. Do I need to explain it? As we get to deuce, Mertens survives. All right, chat. You have a karaoke session. Go for it. Do whatever you want. 4-2. Kostyuk holds. 4-2. No, it's not because he died. It's... Oh, my God. 4-2. Jesus. Grim. Come on now. All right, advantage Noskova. Advantage Noskova to get the break in the second. As Mertens serves, Kostyuk starting to run away with this a little bit. Love 15. Advantage Kostyuk. Sorry, Noskova. Kostyuk love 15. As with a serve from Mertens. As the backhand return goes to the backhand of Mertens. Forward from Noskova goes wide, and we get back to deuce. All right, love 30. And that goes in the net again from Palini. Love 30. As we just served down the tee as a fault from Palini. Second serve. As Noskova hits in the net. Advantage Mertens. Serve to the backhand of Kostyuk. Ooh, Kostyuk in the net. $15.30. There's a backhand return from Kostyuk at the backhand of Palini. Kostyuk, forehand winner. Too good. 15.40. As Noskova hits a backhand winner and gets the deuce. All right, for a double break, Kostyuk. He's just crushing it at the moment. Serve to the backhand of Kostyuk. Return goes out. One save. 30-40. As Noskova hits an inside-out backhand wide. And it's advantage Mertens. As Palini backhand into the forehand of Kostyuk. Palini forehand again to the backhand of Kostyuk. Kostyuk gets it out and we get the deuce. Palini hanging on. Get back to deuce. These doubleheaders are brutal. Thanks for doing them. No worries. They are not easy. I can tell you that much. But, yeah. Return goes into the forehand of Palini. Backhand on the stretch from Kostyuk goes long. Advantage Paolini to just keep it within one break. And Mertens goes back to deuce again. Very important game for Kostyuk, for Mertens. As the return goes to forehand of Paolini. That's a good shot, but Kostyuk with the pass goes out. All right. Paolini keeps close. 4-3 Kostyuk with the break. Mertens serves. Into the backhand of Noskova. Noskova puts it out. Mertens advantage. Mertens takes the advantage. All right. The first game goes to Mertens. 1-love in the second. Coco's probably the favorite to win it all. Yeah, I mean, she's the only Grand Slam champion left, so she'd be the favorite because of her experience. All right, 4-3. As Kostyuk serves again. Kostyuk double faults, love 15. And remember, Paolini did have a chance to get... Kostyuk did have a chance to break Paolini twice and get the double break. But didn't take it. Nice serving from Kostyuk, 15-0. Noskova serving, 15-love. All right, 30-15. All right, 40-15. So wait, Chad, there's no World Cup on tonight, and we're not gonna finish at midnight again because that's not gonna happen. Does that mean I can go to the thrift store tomorrow if I wake up early enough? 30-15 Noskova. You're saying that I can go outside for the first time in a week? What? Kostyuk holds 5-3. 5-3 first set. All right, serve Noskova is an ace out wide, 40-15. You can thrift if the missus allows it. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you have to ask permission for people to go do things. Do you have to ask permission to leave your house? Okay. 15-love. As Paolini serves again. Serving to stay in the set here. There's a forehand lob from Kostyuk, but Paolini's there and puts it away, and 30 love. All right, advantage Noskova. She tries to level the second. All right, 30 love. As a return goes out by Kostyuk, 40 love. All right, Noskova holds 1-1. As Paolini serves again. Into the back end of Kostyuk. Forehand from Paolini. The forehand of Kostyuk. As Paolini forehand goes in the net. 40-15. 40-15. There's a bit of fault from Paolini. Second serve. There's a bit of forehand up the line of the back end of Paolini. Backhand slice from Noskova. That's from Kostyuk. And then Paolini puts in the net. And it's 40-30. Noskova's got love 15. Mertens to serve. Mertens has been under pressure the entire match on serve. As Mertens serves again. Into the back end of Noskova. Noskova in the net, 15-0. It's Paolini, 40-30. Return goes into the forehand of Paolini. Forehand now from Kostyuk up the line's a winner. And we get to deuce. We get to deuce. Paolini serves again. With the forehand of Kostyuk. Paolini forehand to the slice of Kostyuk. Kostyuk in the net. Advantage Paolini. Advantage Paolini. As Paolini serves. With the backhand of Kostyuk. Forehand from Paolini. Again to the forehand of Kostyuk as Paolini forehand goes wide. We're back to deuce. Jeez, Paolini is just panicking in some of these rallies. All right, Mertens keeps it in front. 2-1. All right, back to deuce. Paolini. Trainer's out on court for Mertens. Just the outside of her leg she's pointing at. It's a left calf muscle around her knee, it looks like. They're poking her, like the outside of her knee. As Kostyuk gets to advantage. Advantage Kostyuk to take the first set. Queen Camilla in the box. Yep, she's there. All right, advantage Kostyuk. With a serve down the back of Kostyuk. Return goes to forehand of Paolini. Kostyuk gets the game. The break and the set. Ball goes long by Paolini. And it is 6-3 first set to Kostyuk. 6-3. Mertens just got the physio out at the moment. No medical timeout, or is it? All right, first set, 11 winners, 9 errors from Kostyuk, 4 winners, 13 errors by Paolini. Yeah, Paolini, that was a tough one. Not a good set by Paolini. A lot of errors. Kind of like the second set against Eala when she was throwing away a lot of points. And when Paolini gets under pressure like that, she can't afford to give away points as well because Kostyuk's playing well. Can't give her free points as well. Medical timeout happening for Mertens on her leg. All right. First set in the bag for Kostyuk. Let's see if Kostyuk can keep it going. As Kostyuk serves, in the front of Paolini, front from Kostyuk to the backhand of Paolini. Is Kostyuk backhand again? Into the backhand of Paolini is Kostyuk with a slice. Paolini forehand goes long. 15-love. 15-love. Now with a fault second serve. Mertens just getting her leg taped up. Her left calf muscle has been bothering her, so she's just getting some treatment. All right, 40-love. As we great serve from Kostyuk. 1-love in the second. 1-love. Paolini should not be in the quarterfinals, one-sided. Well, you got to give credit to Kostyuk. She is very, very dangerous, Kostyuk. All right, love 15. Mertens trying to get a break and come back in this set, fight back in this set. As we serve again. Into the front of Mertens. Backing out from Kostyuk. The backhand of Mertens is... Sorry, Noskova sliced. Into the backhand of Mertens is Noskova forehand on the stretch. Mertens goes cross-court and wide. 15-0. As Paolini backhand. The backhand slice. Kostyuk in the net. 15-love. Yeah, Kostyuk's having a fantastic season. Uh, 15-love Paolini. Serving to the backhand of Kostyuk. Kostyuk in the net. 30-love. Serve again. The backhand of Kostyuk, and then that goes out by Palini, 30-15. All right, 30-15. Serve again. There's a fault. Scoreline safe for both. Hey, you're right. It is. That's you're right. It is the same for both. All right, that goes wide by Kostyuk. It's 40-15. 30-15 for Noskova. She tries to level. . 30-15. As a return from Kostyuk goes out, and it's 1-1. Palini levels. 40-15 Noskova. Noskova serves. And the return goes out. And it's 2-0. 2-0. .30 minutes for this second set. No wonder Kostyuk and Palini have caught up. As the forehand goes in the net by Palini. 15-love. As Noskova hits it out in the return, 15-love, Mertens. As Kostyuk serves to the forehand of Palini. Return the net, 30-love. .30-love. Great drop shot there from Noskova, 15-0. .30-love as the return gets into the forehand of Kostyuk. Backhand passing shot, but Palini volley. Oh, it's in the net. 40-love. Camilla's there, yeah. The queen is there. .40-love. As Kostyuk serves again. And she hits a good return there from Palini. 40-15. As the return goes in from Palini to the forehand of Kostyuk, but Palini overhit it. 2-1 Kostyuk as Mertens tries to stay in front. Good serve. 40-30. As the return goes back end of Noskova. Noskova in the net. All right, 3-2. Mertens stays in front in the second set. All right. All right. All right. 2-1 Kostyuk. On serve in the second as Paolini comes to the net. Kostyuk pass. Good volley, Paolini, but Kostyuk backhand winner. And it's love 15. Kostyuk's just too strong for Paolini. Serve is a fault. Second serve. All right. Love 15. As the return goes into the forehand of... 15 love as we get a forehand in the net from Mertens. 30 love. And then a lovely pickup. Oh, Kostyuk missed it, though. Wasn't a bad drop shot by Paolini. But Kostyuk just pushed it wide. It's absurd that Kostyuk wins. How? How is that absurd? 15-0. As with double fault from Paolini. And it's 15-30. First double fault for Paolini. All right, it's Paolini 30-all, hanging on. All right, Noskova holds 3-all. As that goes in the net by Paolini, 30-40. Hey, hope you're having a good day. Thanks for commentating. Thoughts on Ferry Caboli? I think Ferry can get a set, but I think Caboli wins in 4. Roger didn't come to watch Sinner's match or Djokovic's match yesterday, but he's coming for Caboli's match today. Anyways, that goes out by Paolini, and Kostyuk breaks 3-1 in the second. Yeah. I don't know if he's... I don't think Federer's there today, to be honest. I don't think he is there. I think he just made that up. But I think you got to remember as well, chat, that the Royal Box is not... It's invitation only. So it's not Federer going, hey, like, it's invitation. It's not... You can maybe put in a request, I guess. But Federer can't just, like, rock up and be like, yeah, I'm going to be in the Royal Box. I mean, maybe if you're Cliff Richard, you could be in there every day. But it's just probably a scheduling thing for Roger, where he's just like, yeah, I'll come on this day. It's probably been planned months in advance, right? I don't think it was a split decision to go, when's Djokovic and Sinner not playing? I'll come then. He probably booked this months in advance and was like, hey, I'll join on this on the day 7. I'll come to the tennis. He's watched Djokovic in the stands before. It's not just like he's avoiding him. Like, this wouldn't have been a last-minute decision to have him, because he's sitting front and center, right? The person who's sitting in the middle at the front of the row is like the guest of honor. They're meant to be. They're planned months in advance, I'm sure. So trying to make up some BS that he doesn't want to watch Sinner and Djokovic is silly. Just like everybody else, he just buys a ticket and we'll see what we see. He has no. They book him in for day whatever 6 that he came, whatever day he rocked up, day 5 or day whatever. Slicing the net by Mertens, and it's 30-15. Also 30-15 for Kostruk. Kostruk is running away with this match. Less than an hour. No, 30-15 is a forehand now from Paolini. The backhand of Kostruk. Paolini backhand again to the slice of Kostruk. Into the backhand of Paolini. Kostruk forehand on the stretch. As Paolini cross-court again. Slice from Kostruk again. Paolini goes cross-court again. Slice again from Kostruk. Paolini as forehand to the backhand of Kostruk. Paolini backhand again. Kostruk doing all the defense, but that goes in the net from Kostruk eventually. 30-all. Nice rally from Paolini. 30-all. 30-all for Mertens and Noskova as well. All right, 30-all on both courts. Kostruk serves. Into the backhand of Paolini. Return the net. 40-30. Kostruk. As Mertens serves a fault. Second serve. Serving the forehand of Noskova. Return goes out, and it's 40-30 Mertens. All right, serve again. Is a let from Kostruk. And then Kostruk serves a fault. Second serve. As a forehand rally. Kostruk up the line. Goes long. We get the deuce. All right. All right, as the return goes in, the forehand of Kostruk. Backing out from Paolini. Kostruk with a half volley. Paolini with a pass. Kostruk with a volley. Winner, though. She gets a little bit lucky, but she'll take it. All right. Kostruk to keep the break. And she serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the back of the Kostruk. Forehand now from Paolini. To the back of the Kostruk. Great shot. Slice Paolini. Kostruk comes in. Backhand passing shot in the net by Paolini. And Kostruk keeps the break 4-1. All right, 4-1 Kostruk. As 4-3 for Mertens. Noskova with a slice. In the back of Mertens. Noskova forehand cross court. Mertens gets on the stretch. Hits it wide. 15 love. No, 15 love. And served on the tee. The forehand of Mertens. Drop shot. Noskova is a winner. And it's 30 love. 30 love. Is Noskova too strong? 40 love. All right, 40 love. As Noskova puts a lob. Is that in? No, it went out. 40-15. All right, 30 love here for Palini. Is that whiskey or rum? Tea. As the return goes in the backhand of Noskova. Forehand now from Mertens. Into the backhand of Noskova as Mertens slice. Noskova with the backhand again. The backhand of Mertens. Noskova backhand goes wide. 40-30. As Kostruk hits that wide. It's 40 love Palini. No handshake. Why would there not be a handshake? All right, 40 love Palini. As Palini serves the fault, second serve. Serve to the front of Kostruk. Great return winner. 40-15. As Mertens returns in the backhand slice. Noskova in the net. We get the deuce. All right, Mertens not done yet. Deuce. As the return goes in front of Palini. Noskova forehand. Sorry, Kostruk forehand goes wide. And it's 4-2 Kostruk. With a set and a break. As we had a lovely drop shot there from Noskova. And then the backhand's long. No, it's in. Oh, geez, that was close. Noskova survives advantage. All right, advantage. Noskova. As with a forehand up the line from Kostruk. 4-2. Backhand goes into the forehand of Kostruk. Forehand now from Palini to the backhand of Kostruk. As Palini backhand again to the backhand of Kostruk. To that Palini forehand. And Palini hits it for a winner. Love 15. Okay. Love 15 is Noskova does level, and it's 4-all in the second. All right, 4-0. As that goes out by Kostruk, love 30. Palini a chance to get back on serve. As Noskova hits a lovely return, love 15. As with a forehand from Kostruk's a winner. 15-30. Nice serve again. Palini gets it back. And then the forehand winner from Kostruk, 30-0. Ooh, double fault from Mertens, love 30. Love 30. 30 overs. Return goes forehand of Kostruk up the line of the back of Paolini. Kostruk forehand. Into the forehand of Paolini to the back of Kostruk. Paolini the backhand again to the backhand of Kostruk. Sliced into the forehand of Paolini. And Paolini hits it wide. 40-30. Kostruk to go to 5-2 in the second. All right, 15-30 as the return goes the forehand of Mertens. Slice from Noskova as they go backhand to backhand. And then in the net by Mertens. 15-40. Noskova to break and serve for the match. 15-40. As Kostruk holds, 5-2 in the second. Paolini's going to serve to stay in the match. They're going to serve out wide the forehand of Noskova. Noskova in the net, one saved. 30-40. All right, 30-40. Serve again from Mertens. Into the slice of Noskova. Slice Mertens down the line as Noskova drop shot. Mertens going to get it. Backhand pass from Noskova goes wide. We get to deuce. Kostruk is a beast this year. Back-to-back semis at slams is pretty decent. That's a pretty decent effort. Wimbledon French Open semi-finals back-to-back. That is not easy. All right, Mertens surviving. Deuce. Stefan Edberg's in the house. He's not in the royal box, but he's in the house. Do we have him on the list? No. Doesn't count anyway. All right, deuce as the return goes in the backhand of Mertens. Noskova back into the forehand of Mertens. Noskova with a forehand again to the slice of Mertens. Noskova. Forehand goes long, and it's advantage Mertens to keep in front. All right, Paolini's going to serve to stay in the match. All right. As with a forehand now from Paolini, the backhand of Kostruk. Paolini gets it for a drop shot, and Kostruk can't get it back. 15 love. All right, 15 love. Lovely drop shot from Paolini. That was a very fortunate shot. I don't think anything worse than that, it wouldn't have been a winner. All right, we're back to deuce. Still a chance for Noskova to finish this match off here. As well, a lovely backhand winner by Kostruk. All right, as Noskova comes to the net and gets the winner. And it's advantage Noskova to break and serve the match. As with a forehand shanked by Kostruk goes long, 30-15. All right, Mertens a serve. As with a serve again. Into the forehand of Noskova. Good return, the backhand of Mertens. Noskova. Backhand cross court. Mertens slice. Volley from Noskova. Mertens with a great lob. Oh, it landed in! That saved her match. That goes long. It's break for Noskova, and good luck breaking her back. What a lob by Mertens. Keeps herself in this match. Jeez. All right, 30 all for Kostruk. She's 2 points away from winning. as they're giving out ice cubes to the people in the sunshine. That's crazy. Does that always happen? They're giving out ice cubes to people in the sun. That's not a bad idea. As it a backhand from Paolini to the slice of Kostyuk, drop shot winner. Kostyuk's got match point. 30-40 to put herself into another Grand Slam semi. I tell you, she has gone under the radar this tournament. We all thought it was going to be Svitolina. Or maybe Swiatek or Serena if we were going to dream big. Or Eala or Paolini. There's a lot of other players that we expected. Kostyuk hits it wide on the return and we get to deuce. But I tell you, Kostyuk, she has been in great form this year. All right. We get the deuce. Paolini holds, so survives, but then hits the back end of the net. Match point number 2 for Kostyuk. Match point number 2. To finish the job. As the backhand return goes back into Paolini. Forehand now from Kostyuk. Into the forehand of Paolini is Kostyuk. Forehand again. Paolini inside out forehand. That's a good shot. Kostyuk passing shot. Too good. And Kostyuk's into the semis at Wimbledon. After a semi-final at Roland Garros, she backs it up at Wimbledon. And she is very, very close to top 10. She knocks out Paolini, who, to be honest, had a pretty impressive run. We didn't expect her to get to a quarterfinal of Wimbledon. I mean, I don't think many people picked her to get this far. Especially when she was in the same draw as, Towson and Swiatek, Pliskova, Eala. I mean, it was a good little run from Paolini. But Kostyuk is just on another level right now. Super, super dangerous. And she is into the semis. And she'll wait to see who wins this match between Noskova and Mertens to see who her opponent will be. But solid win. All right, Noskova serving to stay in the second set. All right, 15-love Noskova. And the return goes in the forehand of Noskova. Forehand, it's in the net by Noskova. 15-all. Remember, we've got Caboli taking on Ferry. Okay, sure, why not? In the next match. So we'll see how that goes. All right, 15-all. Noskova serves. Into the forehand of Mertens. Mertens hits it out. 30-15. $30-15. As we get a serve again. And the return goes back into Noskova up the line of the forehand of Mertens. Noskova slice as Mertens with the backhand again to the forehand of Noskova. Mertens. Forehand slice. Noskova back into the net. Ooh. 30-all. But we're going to merge the stream, so if you want to keep watching to see who Kostyuk's going to play, you can jump on over here. And like I said, we're going to start up Ferry taking on Caboli as well. And then we've also got Fritz versus Zverev, which is coming on after this match. 40-30, Noskova. Keep this set alive. As the return goes into the backhand of Noskova. Forehand from Mertens. The forehand of Noskova is Mertens' backhand. To the backhand of Noskova is Mertens' backhand again. Into the backhand of Noskova. That goes wide from Noskova. And we get back to deuce. A good win from Kostyuk. Very straightforward. 3-2. She gets it done in straight sets. And she is into the semifinals of another major. She'll be playing tomorrow. Come over and see who she's going to play. All right. As we serve is an ace by Noskova. That's advantage Noskova. As that goes out by Mertens, and it's 5-5. Noskova holds. Keeps this set going. All right, back to Mertens. An hour played in this set, which is actually kind of crazy. It's been a long set. There's been a fault to conserve. 5-5. Am I streaming other matches? Yeah, we're watching Ferry versus Kaboli's coming on in a second. And then we'll watch Zverev versus Fritz, which is my favorite match of the day. That goes up the line and in by Noskova. Okay. It looked wide, but Hawkeye said it was good. Love 15. Love 15. As a return goes into the forehand of Mertens. Forehand from Noskova to the slice of Mertens, and Noskova comes in with a slice forehand, but pushed it wide. Bad miss. 15. Oh. As we a good serve down the tee. Slice from Mertens goes into the back of Noskova. Mertens lob. Goes wide. 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. Is a fault from Mertens. Second serve. Sorry, 15-30. My bad. It's 15-30. 15-30. Serve with the backhand of Noskova. Mertens with a backhand slice. To the forehand of Noskova. Noskova puts it away. 15-40. Break points for Mertens. So for Noskova against Mertens. To take the break and serve for the match. As we get a fault, second serve. Serve to the forehand of Noskova. Mertens' forehand goes in the net. There's the break. There's the break. Noskova is going to serve the match. Looking forward to Zverev versus Fritz. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. All right, Noskova to serve for the match. Who's a superior vocalist, Weeknd or Aryana? Aryana. Silly question. All right. Noskova serving for a spot in the semi-finals to take on Kostyuk. 6-5. As the return goes in the backhand of Noskova, and the Mertens can't get that one. 15 love. As we serve to the front of Mertens, backing it from Noskova. Mertens with the backhand up the line. Noskova gets it back. Then Mertens in the net with a forehand. 30 love. Serving to the backhand of Mertens. Return. Goes wide. 40 love. And we've got 3 match points for Noskova to take her spot in the semis and take on Kostyuk. She serves into the forehand of Mertens. Mertens hit the wide. Kostyuk Noskova is the semi. Great win by Noskova. Very straightforward. She never looked in doubt. She never looked in trouble. She always had Mertens under pressure. The second set was actually probably closer than maybe Mertens was a bit lucky that it was that close. But the win goes to Noskova. She is into the semis. And she's going to take on Kostyuk, who demolished Palini. GG's. Good matchup tomorrow. That's a good... so now we've got Gauff versus Mukova. Noskova versus Kostyuk are the semis, and the winners play each other. Great matches all round. 2 Czech players with a chance to win Wimbledon. They've won it before. Czechia and Wimbledon have a great record. So let's see. Let's see if that trend continues. Mertens had a good run. Beat Raducanu. Got to the quarters. Very, very good run from her. But the end, she got overpowered by one of the best servers in the world. Only 21 years old, Noskova. She is still just getting started. And now into a first semi-final of a major. All right. Did last year's Swiatek's run or this year's Coco run surprise you more? Probably Swiatek's run last year was more surprising, maybe. I don't know. They're both pretty surprising, to be honest. So Kostyuk Noskova, they have played only one time. And it was Kostyuk who won, and that was back in Madrid this year. And Kostyuk got the win in straight sets. So, yeah, pretty interesting and pretty one-sided second set in that match, but barely played. Second time they will be playing each other. All right. Now we've got the men's matches coming up simultaneously. So I'm going to send you over to Caboli versus Ferry because that one's starting first, or should start first. And then we'll obviously kick off the Zverev versus Fritz match, which I think is the match of the day. Or at least is my favorite match of the day. So jump on over, talk amongst yourselves. We'll be back in about 5 minutes to keep going. But solid win by both Kostyuk and Noskova. They're going to play each other tomorrow. And you bet your ass we're going to watch them. We're going to watch both those matches tomorrow. And it's going to be an interesting matchup. They've only played the one time. Noskova's got a great serve. Obviously, Kostyuk's full of confidence. Both of them have titles recently, too. Noskova, remember, she beat Pegula to win the Berlin title. So, yeah, very much in form. She beats Mertens 6-3, 7-5, and she is into the semis of a major.